Namaste. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy New Year. Just thought I would include this 20-second clip of the birds on the feeder before they flew off just because they're so cute, and ask you to maybe consider subscribing to the channel so I can get rid of all the ads that YouTube sticks in the middle of our yoga class. That's all. Enjoy the class. Namaste. Hello, everybody. Happy holidays and Happy New Year. Welcome to another 30 to 40, 45-minute chair yoga class that I've got planned out for the local senior center. It's really great for not only seniors, but people who sit a lot of times sitting in chairs, or beginners, or just anybody of any level. Honestly, it's going to feel good. And I know as we get towards the New Year's, there's often a lot of New Year's resolutions geared towards physical fitness, and also mental health these days has become finally an important topic to focus our resolve around. So let's do some yoga to that end. Yoga is great for physical fitness and also mental health and well-being. So sit tall in your chair, check in with your posture. See that your shoulders are aligned squarely over your hips and that your ankles are just down below your knees as much as you can in that position. Close your eyes and take a deep breath and let it go. And just slowly work on gradually deepening the breath. Each inhalation, expanding the ribs, having the chest rise a little bit further. Each exhalation, emptying the lungs a little bit more fully. You can feel the abdominal muscles pull in and then release the belly. Inhale. A lot of New Year's resolutions fail, don't they? I think the statistics are pretty bad, even just getting through January, let alone February. So I find personally, I don't really like to set New Year's resolutions as much as daily or weekly resolutions, because you can start anytime. It's not like you have to wait for a certain thing. And I also feel like it's important to adjust the goalposts based on where you're at in each day, sometimes each moment. I know the adjusting the goalpost metaphor is kind of has some negative connotations, but I think in life there's something to be positive said for adjusting your goals to meet yourself and your needs where you are in each moment. You know, some days you're sitting on the couch, all you can do to feel better is take a deep breath and let it go. And you may be able to take your arms out and up over your heads as you breathe in, and that might be your yoga for the day. Sometimes you might just leave a yoga class playing on as background sound, and that's your yoga for the day. At the senior center, there's one gentleman who sits in the back, and I never always know if he's paying attention. Then all of a sudden, he'll like bust out a yoga move right along with the class, and he'll do like 2 or 3, and then he'll be done. And it always makes me smile because I know like that's his yoga, and that's where he's at, and it's perfectly wonderful. So I guess my point is adjusting your practice on the mat and off the mat to where you're at each day. Sometimes you are ready for a good physical challenge. Sometimes you just put all your energy into taking one deep breath and getting up off the couch. Sometimes yoga is pushing a grocery cart, a grocery cart in the store, and then all of a sudden you take your shoulders up and back, you broaden across the chest, and that's yoga. Or you're waiting in line and you're impatient and you're tired and you just take a deep breath and you go within just for a moment to find some calm and peace and do some self-care. And then you can also extend that to others around you, finding empathy. So there's our yoga practice. It's not only about taking care of our bodies, which is super important, especially as we get older. We can't have those lapses in yoga like we could when we were younger, but also in the mental well-being, the self-care, and our mental health. Open the eyes, take the shoulders up and back, let the palms come down and face forward. Let's breathe in together. Inhale the arms out and up, and exhale, let them come back down. Let's do that again. Inhale the arms out and up, let the palms touch. Maybe look up, and exhale, take the palms down through the center of the chest, the heart center, in prayer pose, Anjali Mudra. Take a moment here, close the eyes again and breathe in deep and let it go. Just feel that connection to yourself. And inhale, breathing in, arms come up, and exhale, they come out and down. Inhale, the arms come out and up, maybe look up, palms touch. And exhale, let them come down to the heart center. One more time, closing the eyes, just taking a brief moment to go within and focus on the breath. One more time, inhale, the arms come up, spread really wide, and release the arms down. Hello, Olaf. Olaf's getting really old this past month, but Happy New Year from Olaf too. Okay, I'm going to do a side stretch. You can take your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Go lay down, puppy. And then we'll reach the arms, both arms up one more time. And then we're going to take the right hand down to the right knee, but continue to reach up with that left hand and then push down in that right sit bone. So you're really getting as much stretch in the left side of the body as you can. And then take it over, side stretch. Really getting some length and feeling everything, feeling those muscles tighten, stretch across the ribs, feeling the armpit open wide. Maybe take the gaze and look up and then come back to center. Inhale, both arms up again, and then take the left hand down to the left leg, and then reach the right hand up to the sky, pushing down in the right sit bone as you reach up with the right fingers. And then when you're ready, arch it over. Once you've got that maximum length, see if you can just take it a little bit deeper. Nice deep breaths. Take a moment to be thankful and grateful to have this moment to take care of yourself and those around you, and then come back to center. One more time with the left hand. Take it up, pushing down in the left sit bone, and then take it over. Pet your dog if he's pestering you. And then come back to neutral. And then the right hand goes out and up, stretching straight up first, and then over to the side, pressing down in the right sit bone as we reach up and over the right fingertips. And then come back to center. Let's do some twists. We'll take the feet in towards center. You're going to take the left ankle over the right, but we've got options here. You can cross at the knees, or if you want to work on your hips, you can make a figure 4 with your legs and maybe pressing down on that knee just to open up this hip section, whatever your body needs in this moment. And then once we've got our legs in the position, you're going to take your left hand and drop it down by the side and then lift it up and take it back behind you, maybe grabbing onto the back of your chair for a little bit of leverage. And then you can take your right hand to your left knee, getting tall, and then twisting as deep as feels comfortable. You don't really want to wrench your spine at this point. You want to be gentle with yourself. And if you found that your left foot has flopped, like mine has, flex it, and just bring awareness to every part of the body. Nice deep breaths in our twist. Let the belly expand and contract with each breath. And then unwind, uncross, and then find your cross for the other side. It might be different this side. It might be a little same. It certainly feels different, at least for me. On this side, this hip's a little tighter. And then drop your right hand down by your sides and then lift it forward and up and back. And then take your left hand to your right knee and use that for a little leverage to find your twist. Staying tall in the spine, releasing in the belly, and turning your gaze over your back shoulder. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time, just feel each part of your body waking up, and then release. Change the cross of the legs. We'll go back to the first side, maybe explore a different option. I think I'll just cross at the knee this time. Roll your shoulders up and back just to really focus on your spine here. And then take your right hand to your left knee, drop your left hand down, and then bring it forward, up and back to initiate the twist. Take that belly over the thigh. You can use your hand to help it over if need be. And then take your gaze over your back shoulder, and then release into the twist. Release the spine, release the tension from the muscles, and see if that doesn't help deepen your twist just a little bit. And then slowly unwind and uncross and recross. Now the right is coming over the left. I'm sorry, the left hand goes to the right knee, the right hand is down, and then reach it forward, up, and back. And then twist again towards the right side, releasing the belly as we go deep into the twist. Again, maybe helping it over the thigh if need be. Sitting up tall and letting go. Releasing the tension in the muscles that you don't need to engage in the twist. You can do a lot of this just with your biceps, right? Breathe in deep and release. And then unwind, come back to neutral, and let's do those same moves standing. Or if you're better suited to sit in the chair, go ahead and do that. The point is to respect your body's needs for today. I like to step just kind of wide, have the feet a little wider than the hips, just so I have a stable base, especially on this wet, slippery deck. And inhale, the arms come out and up. And exhale, they fold over down, bending towards the earth, only going as deep as it feels right for you to do today. And just enjoy this forward fold. Take some nice deep breaths in this. Feel the hamstrings stretching, or if they're too tight, put a bend in your knees so that you're not overstraining either the lower back nor the hamstrings. And then lift up to a flat back. Take your arms out and up, breathing in. Exhale, the palms come to the heart. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, we fold together, reaching down toward the ground. Whether you're seated or standing, enjoy this forward fold. Nice deep breaths. I don't know if you can hear my dog moaning as he breathes. He's recently learned to talk. And then inhale, the spine comes straight, the arms come out, and we rise up, the palms touch. And exhale, they come to the heart center. If you feel steady, standing with your eyes closed, close your eyes just a moment and take a deep breath in. And let it go. Open the eyes, lift the arms up, look up. Exhale, fold down towards the ground or the floor, whatever fits your situation. You have a cat. Nice, deep, easy breathing. In and out. Listen to how slow and deep breath Olaf's breaths are, right? He's a role model for all of us yogis. And then lift up flat back, take the arms out and up, and let them go. All right, let's do some side stretches. You take my hands to my hips, and I'm going to shift the hips to the left. Take the left arm out and then reach it straight up first. So I'm reaching up with the fingers. I'm pushing down into that left foot. And I'm going to internally rotate my biceps. So the pinky is going to come forward, the thumb's going to go back, and then reach it over. It's kind of like our side angle pose arm. And then undo it. And then we're going to take the hands to the hips and shift them to the right. And then the right hand goes out and up, reaches up. Now we're grounding down into the left foot, the right foot, and reaching up with the right hand. So you can look up. And then internally rotating that bicep so that the pinky comes forward, the thumb goes out, and reach it over. Long side stretch here. And come back to center. Hands to the hips, one more. Shift to the left. The left hand comes out and up. Let's internally rotate and reach. You don't want to crunch the lower lung, but you do want to expand the upper lung, so you got to kind of find that balance point. And return. Shifting the hips to the other side. And then the right hand comes up, stretch it up, internally rotate and stretch it over. Nice steady breathing. We're moving and creating friction and tension, but yet we still want to find release. All about balance. Okay, coming back to the center. Let's do our sun salutations and then we'll do our tree pose. I'm going to just shift my chair over so I have plenty of room. And I'm going to stand about a foot in front of my chair, the side of my chair. Take the shoulders up and back. We're going to start out in mountain pose, standing tall. The shoulders are broad. The pelvis is slightly tucked. There's a constant level of tension and engagement in this pose. Even though we're just standing, it's still a very aware and engaged pose. Inhale, the arms come forward and up. Exhale, we fold, take the palms to the chair, and you can bend the elbows if you want to fall deeper into that fall. Fold, not fall. Please don't fall. Just fold deeper into the forward fold. And then lift up to a flat back. From here, we're going to step the right foot back and then the left foot back. And we're going to go into downward facing dog. So we're going to stretch the hips far up and back, getting a nice little hamstring stretch, stretching open the armpits, letting the heart gently sink towards the earth. If you want to take a moment here just to drop your head and neck, let it go in between your arms, see how that feels. And then come up so that your cervical spine is neutral. We're going to push forward into plank pose. You're going to have a nice strong core here. If you want to deepen your plank, you can step your feet back another couple inches and drop the hips. It's a real nice stretch in the calves here too. If you want to go for that power yoga workout, you can bend your forearms and do a little dip for chaturanga. Pushing back up, step the right foot forward and then the left. We're going to bend the knees and lift the heart, arching the back deeply as we can comfortably for a baby cobra. And then rounding up, coming all the way up to the stand, rolling the shoulders up and back, and returning to mountain pose, Tadasana. Let's do that, leading with the left. Inhale the arms forward and up. Exhale, folding towards the chair. The palms come flat on the chair, and then bending the elbows if you want to deepen the pose. Trying to arch in the back, round in the back too much. And then lift up, flat back, half fold. Step the left foot back, followed by the right. Downward facing dog, stretching the hips high and away. Once again, if you want to drop your head between your arms and kind of just let it dangle, just see how that feels, go ahead. And then bring your spine, your cervical spine back to neutral. You're going to push forward up onto your toes so that your wrists come over under your shoulders. And then if you want to step your feet back a little bit, you have an option, or stay right there for plank pose. I'm a little afraid of slipping on this deck, to be honest. You're going to bend your elbows, dip down for a little bit of a push-up for chaturanga, and come back up. Stepping the left foot forward, followed by the right. To that flat back, you're going to bend the knees, arch the back so you can lift the heart for baby cobra. And then rounding up the spine, coming back to stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. All right, pull my chair back towards center here. I'm using this little knot in the wood as a guide. And we're going to sit in their chair. And so I have a little New Year's resolution metaphor for you. Dandasana, staff pose. We're going to sit back fully in our chair so that our bottom's on the chair and our thighs are as supported by the chair as we can. And we're going to inhale, the arms come up. And then from here, we're going to lift both legs. So here we are in staff pose, which is Dandasana. And you're going to flex the toes back towards you so that you can feel the calves stretch. So your quads are engaged, your core is engaged, your back has some tension to it. You're lifting the arms high. At the same time, you're breathing deeply and slowly and finding some relaxation in the posture. It's one of the great benefits of yoga is it teaches us to carry tension and relaxation at the same time. And feel this shape. It's kind of a L shape with a serif, right? It's is our staff pose. And then release the arms, release the legs. Now we're going to scoot forward in the chair a little bit. I guess I'll go out to the side. I can go around the dog. And there we go. And then flex the feet so you have the bottom half of your L. And then lift the arms up. So in order to get back into that Dandasana, that staff pose, we have to hinge forward at the hips. So here we are making the same shape, but yet we have different muscles engaged. Our quads aren't quite as tense as they were. Our calves still have a stretch, but now we also have this downward pressure into the earth to keep our balance in the chair. It may take a little more effort to hold the arms up, working those shoulders a little bit more. So even though we're engaging different muscles, there's different mechanisms of action, and you can really stretch here. There's some commonalities, right, in the shape and release. We're going to do that pose standing as well. So come up and stand, or if you're not comfortable doing that standing, then have a seat, and you can use one of those variations again. So standing tall, inhale the arms up. Exhale, hinging forward at the hips, reaching really long In your staff pose, now this is actually an extended half forward fold, but it's the same shape as it was when we were sitting in our staff pose, right? Except now our calves are contracted. We're pressing down against the earth to hold our balance. There's more of a stretch in the hamstrings. The quads are more relaxed. So again, the same shape, different mechanisms of action going on, different results. It's always a nice practice to find the commonality in different yoga poses and accepting the differences that it takes to get there. It's a good life metaphor, right? Inhale, rise up, and release. Let's do our tree pose. It's good to balance every day if you can. Stand next to your chair. You're going to be on the left side of the chair, so you're going to ground down in the right foot, get light in the left, and then open up the hip. You might find your tree pose balance is best with keeping your toes on the ground and your heel against your leg. You might be at a point in your practice where you prefer to take the foot to the calf or even up to the thigh. Whatever your practice is, respect where you are today and enjoy. So in our tree pose, once you find your leg position, broaden across the chest. Slight tuck in the pelvis, take the arms out and up. If you're feeling steady and you want to release the back of the chair, you can, or you can kind of float between using it for balance and not. You may want to just take both arms up. Maybe spread your fingers out wide, be energetic. Those are the little branches of the tree, right? Nice deep breaths. Nice soft gaze. And release. Let's come around to the other side of the chair and enjoy a tree pose on that side. So we're standing next to the chair. On the left side, have the other left, the right. I have my left fingertips on the back of the chair for stability, starting out in mountain pose, and then working from there, placing your energetic thoughts grounding down into the ground, and that left foot, get light in the right, bending the knee, and then open up the hip. Once again, find your foot placement. It can be up high if that feels good. At this point, you're really pushing the thigh into the foot into the thigh, or in the calf. Not quite as much inward pressure, but still you have that isometric force working with you. And then grow the branches tall. Find whatever level of comfort and balance works for you today. And balancing poses are great to incorporate into your daily life. If you're doing dishes, if you're brushing your teeth, just kind of pick one foot up off the floor and do a little balance. And do the same on the other side. It's so important for you. Enjoy the balance. And this is something too that if you skip it for a couple of weeks, you sure will notice. So consistency in your balance practice is also important. And let it go. And come back down to sit. We'll do a little flow. I have a lot of goddess pose in this. And it'll feel good. So inhale and exhale tall in your chair. Just take a moment to reground and recenter. And then we'll move on. Take the arms out and up, breathing in. And then cactus at the elbows, the arms go wide, and then take the hips apart so the feet are wide as well. Nice deep breaths in your cactus pose. Tuck your pelvis slightly, broaden across the upper chest, tighten in the abdomen. Take some nice deep breaths in our goddess pose. Let's do goddess cats, goddess cat cows. Palms come in, maybe the elbows come in and begin to round. Kind of come forward, making a C shape out of the spine. If you want to take it further, point your palms toward the ground and then reach and fold. That really gives the hips a nice opportunity to stretch and open. And then inhale, come up, straight spine, and then arch it forward. Take the heart forward, take the belly forward, pinch the shoulder blades together, maybe lift the chin just a little for our goddess cows, and then come back to neutral. From here, we're going to reach the arms up and take them out to a T. We're going to go warrior two. So we're going to extend the left leg out and maybe step the right foot off to the side just a little bit more. You can check in with your alignment, see if your left hand and your right hand are on an even plane. Take your gaze off into the distance over that right middle finger. Nice tall spine as you inhale, and keep that length as you exhale. We'll move into side angle pose. So we're going to reach forward, take that right forearm to the right leg, and then reach the left hand up. Really straight up at first, and then internally rotate the bicep like we did earlier. So the thumb goes back, the pinky goes forward, and then we reach across. So we have one beautiful line of energy from the the left heel to the left thumbnail. Really get long and just enjoy the length of this pose, and then come back to warrior two. Reach the arms up, cactus the arms, bring that leg back in. Here we are in our goddess pose. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to a T. You're going to extend. I'm trying to extend my right leg into my dog. And maybe step out the left leg to be a little bit wider. Check in with your alignment again with your arms. Make sure you're not forward or back or flopping. You want to have everything in a strong T shape. Take your gaze over your left middle finger off into the distance. Find a drishti point, a point of focus, a soft gaze. Nice deep breaths in your warrior two. Feel the tension beginning to build in your arms. Feel the work that you're doing. And then lean off to the left just a little bit to get some length. Take that left forearm to the left thigh. Reach the right hand straight up. Really get some length, and then internally rotate. Your pinky's facing towards the left now, and then stretch it over. Again, see if you can feel that long stretch from the right heel to the right thumbnail. You can take your gaze up to your right thumbnail if you like. Nice deep breaths, holding the pose, feeling the energy flow through your body, just this movement, getting your blood flowing, getting those nerves excited, and then come back to warrior two. Cactus the arms, bring the legs back into goddess. Let's just drop the arms for a minute, shake out the shoulders, roll everything up and back, and then cactus the arms one more time. Let's do our cat goddess and cat cows. Palms come together. Maybe the elbows come together. You feel the rounding beginning, round the spine into a C shape. For our cat goddess, we reaching down towards the ground and folding a little bit if that suits your practice. Go down as deeply as it feels good for you and feels safe for you. And then rise up. Goddess arms. Let's do our cow part. Arching back, opening the heart, letting the belly come through, pinching the shoulder blades together. A lot of people like that metaphor of like holding a pencil between your shoulder blades. I just don't want to drop it. And then come back to neutral. Let's shoot the arms up, breathing in. We're going to twist the torso. We're going to take the torso and facing the left, and take your right hand inside your right knee. And see if you can reach up more with this left hand while the right hand goes down towards the earth. So we're folding and twisting at the same time. Take your gaze up towards the sky. And then come back up nice and slow. Both arms come up, and then we twist the torso to the right. The left hand comes down inside the left knee, and then once again, slowly sliding down towards the earth. Nice deep stretch here as we open. And then both hands come up and release both arms. Shake out the shoulders. Ooh, my fingers are getting chilly. And then come back in to our cactus arms. So we have our goddess pose. We'll do our cat-cow goddesses one more time. Palms come together, Anjali Mudra. In fact, let's pause here, close the eyes, take a deep breath, and let it go. Let's take one more deep breath in and let it go again. All right, open the eyes. And from here, I had to look at my cheat sheet, which I have over there. Oh, we got everything. Okay, so from here, let's lift the arms up, breathing in. Take the feet up and extend them out just a little bit. I'm sorry, old man. Okay, I guess I'll take my feet over here and lift them up just a little. So we're extended in the spine. We got a lot of length in the spine. We got a little extra room. So what we're going to do is dive down and fold and wrap your arms or your hands around your thighs. You can drop your head into your lap. Just feel your belly squish up against your thighs and your chest. Just kind of mush everything together And give yourself a big forward fold hug. Feel the connection to yourself. Take a moment to truly appreciate how important it is to take this time for self-care. And, spread the word too. Encourage other people to take some care of themselves. Okay, and then come on back up, stretching up, looking up, and then exhale, going down once more, maybe changing the cross of your arms if you wrapped one arm over the other, and then squishing into yourself, just releasing your head and neck, going within, feeling how when you're folded over like this, your breath really rounds the back. You're expanding the lungs still. The body always compensates for its situations, right? It does everything it can to maintain homeostasis and comfort. Breathing in deep. And exhale, you can even pressure your chest against your belly to help with the exhalations. And then release and come up. Come back to center if you've had to move around your dog. And release the arms down. Okay, so I don't know how my time is doing. I'm assuming it's probably around the half-hour mark or a little after. So if you want to take this moment to close your eyes and just pause the videos and have a few moments for a silent shavasana, time to reflect on a good way to bring in the new year and to continue on with each day, go ahead. But if you want a little more, I want to do another tree pose. Just because it feels so different after we've been moving around, and then a little bit of core work. So join in or take this time to move on. So standing tall, if we're going to do our tree pose. And then once again, you want to put your intention into grounding down on this right leg and then opening up on the left. You might want to try a different leg pose this time. And then keeping your spine straight and your core tight, find your branches growing. And notice, does this tree pose feel any different after all that stretching and all that exercise? It might feel more tired, but quite often you'll feel after doing a little bit of yoga, you've got more energy and more good feelings. And even if you don't feel them right away, I bet you in half an hour, you sure will. Breathe in deep and release. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Always taking time to go into each pose one step at a time, working on our alignment. So we start in Tadasana, and then we energetically ground into that left foot, getting light in the right, bending the knee and opening the hip. Find your foot placement for this particular tree. And slowly growing the arms up. Again, seeing if you feel any more or less stable this time around. Same pose, same position, but our circumstances are different just 10, 15 minutes later, right? Nice deep breaths. I told myself I was going to say right so many times, right? Right. And release. Okay. Let's sit back in our chair. We'll do a little bit of core work and then we'll call it a day. Boop. Okay. So first, let's start with the hands in Anjali Mudra. And sitting in the front half of the chair, and what we're going to do is lift the leg and twist the elbow towards the opposite leg. So we're lifting and twisting. And you're going to just keep doing this. And it's good for you. And you're using those side muscles. You don't necessarily want to move the knee in as much as you want to move the knee up and twist toward the knee. And you only go as deep as you can and as long as you can and as far as you can. And I was just reading about this stuff called, I want to say, bilateral movement, where you're moving and talking at the same time, like you're doing two mental things at once, and it helps prevent cognitive decline. And we all need that, right? I started doing this years ago. So yeah, talking and walking, or talking and doing yoga. You can sing a song while you're doing something. Anyway, just one of those things I saw on TikTok that makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's slow it down and stop that. We'll do a little bit more core, do some sit-ups. So this one, you kind of choose your own adventure. If you want to sit towards the back of your chair, you're going to get less of a workout. If you sit more towards the front of your chair, you'll get more core engagement. Take your palms to the heart center, Anjali Mudra. And then just working with the breath, you're going to dip slowly back in the chair till your shoulder blades touch the back of the chair and come forward. And you just move forward and back. If you can time it with your breath, that's a great yoga workout. And so we'll do a couple like this. And then take our arms up to cactus arms. You'll find that it takes a little bit more core engagement. So you can adjust that and push through, or you can go back to sliding a little bit, sitting back in the chair further, or you can keep it in Anjali Mudra. Like I said, it's kind of like a choose your own adventure. And if you want to take it up a notch, reach the arms up and see how that changes things. That changes things. Nice, steady, slow movements. Again, you don't want to slouch in the spine. You want to keep your spine nice and straight. As you go forward and back, just engaging your abdominal muscles. And then release the arms. Scoot back in the chair and prepare for Shavasana. You can roll your shoulders up and back just a couple more times, get them all comfortable, and then let your arms relax down by your sides. You can let your feet step out and kind of just flop out to the sides a little bit as well. Just want to keep your upper spine straight. You want that support of the chair. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let it go. Now we can just take a moment to reflect on how we feel after a yoga practice and how we might use this feeling to engage in yoga in the future. Not necessarily just starting on New Year's Day, but every day, today, tomorrow, the next day, in 36 days, in 85 days. And how, in order to be successful at our resolutions, we need to kind of adjust the goalposts each time and meet ourselves where we are. Take a moment to reflect on where we're at the moment and look for just the little things that we can call successes. Positive reinforcement is just a wonderful tool for self-help as well as helping others and helping your dog. So if someday all you can do is stretch with 3 deep breaths on raising your arms up, or maybe one day all you can do is take a few forward folds and then sit back down, it's important to respect your limits in that moment. And then when you're ready to push yourself, just try one more breath. Or try finding a more challenging video. Or find mixing it up, try blending yoga with other daily activities. But it's important that you keep trying and keep taking care of yourself. A couple more deep breaths, filling the lungs and letting go. And then just return to a nice, steady, normal state of breathing. Relax the muscles in your face. Soften your fingers. Let go of any tension that's not necessary. You want to get rid of what doesn't serve you and focus on what's helping you in each moment. And let's open the eyes and sit up tall in our chair. Let's share one last breath together here. Inhale, the arms come out and up, breathing in. Palms touch, and exhale together. Namaste. Happy New Year. Take care of yourselves.